welcome to the Last Night Sports Blog Radio. I'm your host, Brandon Edwards, coming to you live from Inglewood, California. Once again, it's another sunny day in California, and it's been a while. I've been wrapped up, busy, working, studying for school, going to another friend's wedding this weekend, but I had to come and do a show because this upcoming Sunday is one of my favorite days of the year because the New York Giants fly out to Candlestick Park to play the San Francisco 49ers. And those of you who know me know that I am a huge fan of both teams. I recently wrote a new post on my Tumblr page about this rivalry and my love for both teams. Growing up a Niners fan in New York, being raised within the Giants culture of New York, but still choosing to hold on to both teams that I do have a passion for. So it's going to be a tough game. Both teams are doing good this year, as you know. The Giants are defending Super Bowl champs, and the 49ers are back even better than ever this year with a high-powered offense, the same strong, dominant defense, and two head coaches, one young, one very senior, who are experienced and are focused on winning. So I want to go over a few key points. Before I actually started the show, I just read another post from, let me find the source. I think it's the Mercury News. I think that's the name of the site. 49ers Hot Read. Shout out to them, the CSN Bay Area, I believe. Their news group was reporting that Jim Harbaugh has responded to offensive coordinator of the Giants, Kevin Gilbride. In the past week, there's been back and forth. There's been some controversy. I got my little pad here. I did some research this time. And so apparently, Kevin Gilbride talked about the mighty Justin Smith, who's a defensive lineman on the 49ers. And he said that he gets away with holding and turning, and that enables Alden Smith to do some twists and stunts. So Harbaugh fired back. You know, of course, he's a hothead, and he talks about how, that is an attack on this great man, and it's an attack on the league, and it's incredulous, and how the Giants use a high profile to try to manipulate the refs, which I think is a good tactic, but I think he's right. And both teams are smart, at least their head coaches, that they both want to be the underdog. They know how much of recipe for disaster is for teams to be hyped and lauded and applauded in the media, because a lot of times the majority of those teams don't end up winning. They love New England every year, but New England somehow falls short. No disrespect to them, it's just the truth. So earlier, I'm trying to go through my list here of smack talk that I've seen. Kyle Williams, the wide receiver, famously now known for muffing one punt and I think being stripped of one kick return in the NFC Conference Championship game last year. He can't wait to get back. He wants his revenge on the Giants. Who else do we have here? The Giants' offensive line wants payback against San Francisco because, as you remember, both quarterbacks got battered and bruised in last year's game, or last season's game. But Eli, he took the brunt of it. They said he was sacked 6 times and knocked down another 6 times. So he got pretty bruised. I don't know if any of you remember the image of his helmet halfway being across his face, spun around, but he hung in there. He didn't fold. Victor Cruz and Carlos Rogers. Victor Cruz is a star wide receiver for the Giants. Carlos Rogers is a Pro Bowl cornerback for the 49ers. Last year, I believe Carlos Rogers might have picked off a pass to Victor Cruz and did his famous salsa dance. He did his salsa dance impersonation. So Victor Cruz was kind of pissed about that because that's a tribute to his now deceased grandmother. So there was some sparring on whether the impersonations would continue, and I think Carlos Rogers eventually relented and said he would no longer do it. What else do we have? Brandon Jacobs and Mario Manningham, former Big Blue Giants who've won Super Bowls. Jacobs has 2. Manningham made the famous Super Bowl over-the-shoulder catch They're now on the 49ers. How awesome is that? As a fan of both teams, I get to, I lose guys, but I get to keep them in the fold because I'm fans of both teams. So Manningham's kind of been trash talking. He's still friends with Ahmad Bradshaw, so they're doing some friendly sparring. Jacobs actually may not play. His knee injury that's knocked him out of the preseason, and he hasn't played any games yet. It's not. He's not fully recovered from that injury. I know he wants to play and stick it to his old team, but right now he's doubtful. And he was a little bit upset about that. But of course, Jim Harbaugh, the leader, the clear leader, is going to address it and smooth things over, which he did. I also got some other notes. Oh, I wanted to talk about some strengths and weaknesses of both teams because it seems like the 49ers, I think, have the point spread. They have their favorite 6 points over the Giants, and the Giants are playing a road game, and the Niners are formidable at home. They protect their turf, and like others, I can't wait till they build a new stadium. But no one's really talking about these teams' glaring weaknesses or strengths. Of course, it's given that the Niners' defense is the best in the league, and that the Giants' offense is pretty much at the top of the league as well. So those are two strengths that we can look at in this game to play off one another. And I think it should be a pretty exciting game. The Niners' offense has improved, and the Giants' defense has improved in some areas, but once again, they're experiencing a lot of injuries to cornerback, to defensive tackle. So it should be interesting to look at the flip side of it and start looking at the 49ers' offense and the Giants' defense. I believe in the past 2 games, for the 49ers against the Bills and against the Jets, the score has been something like 73-3. That's crazy. That has to be an NFL record. They're smashing people. They're putting up numbers. Congratulations to Alex Smith for winning the FedEx Air Player of the Week. He is, I think, now #1 in QBR and passer rating in the entire league. So that's so much for game manager, folks. Alex Smith is balling and finally living up to his first round overall potential. Can the Giants stop the run? That's a weakness. Stopping the run, Trent Richardson went off. LaShawn McCoy went off for huge chunks of yards. I know the Giants' defensive tackles have taken a hit in recent weeks. Will they be able to withstand this week? I know they should be getting some more linebackers back. That could possibly help. We know the Giants have tons of injuries. It's nothing new. Kind of learn to deal with it. Weakness for the Niners is that they tend to give up the big play. They still do. I know we have Dante Whitner and Deshaun Golston in the backfield in the secondary, but a lot of times those huge plays, huge chunks of yards, those quick hitters can tend to bruise up the 49ers D. So that's something to definitely watch for. Like I said, also the D lines haven't been able to amass the terror that they have in last season this year. We hope to see more sacks from guys like Justin Smith, Aldon Smith, guys like Jason Pierre-Paul, Osi Umenyiora. I'm going to cut this one short, folks. I pray the best man wins. Go Giants. Go Niners. I pray no injuries. I know neither team can afford to lose a game because the divisions are tough. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy myself. Look forward to watching a great game. The league's 2 best teams performing and going hard and putting on a great show. And I hope there's a repeat from last season, that both teams make it to the NFC Championship Conference title game. All right, be well. Enjoy your football Sunday. Enjoy your Major League Baseball playoffs. Go Yankees. And I'll see you again soon. Take care.